Welcome back to Peace, Love and Tarot. This reading is for Gemini, Sun, Moon or Rising. It's the weekly reading for the week of July 22nd to the 28th. Your cards this week, Libra, energies leaving, completing or transitioning. You have the Devil energy. Focus energies, you have the Four of Wands, clarified with the Nine of Wands, and you have the Death card coming in towards the end of the week. Now Libra, the interesting thing was that during your pre-shuffle, the Four of Wands and the Death card came out. Also what came out during your pre-shuffle was the King and Queen of Swords, right? So your cards. So I really feel like this could be about a relationship situation for many of you. And, you know, we do have the Four of Wands here, which kind of indicates that realm as well. So what I thought was interesting after, you know, the King and Queen of Swords coming out, which is a, you know, tarot match, a tarot soulmate connection here, that your first cards out in your recent past was the Devil energy with the Page of Swords. So Page of Swords, yeah, that's sort of like the, you could say, the youngest energy of the court cards in the suit of swords. So if you like, you know, compared to the King and Queen that came out, which would be, say, yourself and your partner in your most powerful form, the Page of Swords is a much more immature energy. Now, it could also indicate a teenage child of air sign, so Libra, Gemini or Aquarius. But what I'm really feeling here for you this week, Gemini, is that there is a situation that is, it's actually putting you in more of a unevolved or more immature energy, or holding you back from having that sense of adult maturity that that you really should have. And so there's something under that devil energy that's putting you in that space. Now, it could indicate codependency in the relationship. So is your partner, or, you know, it can be vice versa as well, but potentially your partner is taking care of, you know, all the adult affairs, finances, that kind of thing, that isn't allowing you to grow your own skills and knowledge in that area. So it's holding you in this sort of like more of a childlike energy. Is a partner in some way kind of manipulating you to be in that state of mind? So, you know, not treating you like the adult that you really are. That's what I'm sensing here. Is someone sort of belittling you, you know, kind of undermining you? That could be the type of energy here under the devil. You know, and with that devil energy, there is that sense of self-imposed bondage. So you are willingly in the situation. The shackles are loose enough for you to remove them, but you're choosing to stay in it. So, you know, you may not even have been, you know, aware until recently that this is actually what's happening. But over time, you know, when we're in these kind of situations, it can start eroding us. It can start eroding our growth and our spiritual development, our evolution, our soul evolution. And that can actually put us backwards. It can put us in a more sort of sense of immaturity, or stop us from evolving. It can stop us from being in that King and Queen energy, which is where we really should be in our adult life. So that's what I'm seeing in the recent past for you, whether you've been aware of that situation or not. Now, this week with your focus energy, we've got a few cards here. Right, so I might just put them down so we can talk about them like this. So, you know, the focus this week really is in that home realm under that Four of Wands energy. But what's interesting is that we do have the clarifier of the Nine of Wands. Now, the Nine of Wands really is that wounded warrior energy. It's a warrior that's a little bit wounded from battle. However, they are still willing to carry on with the fight. So I think it could potentially be that you are starting to awaken to the situation. You are sort of starting to see it clearly. I think also you may have realized the impact that it's had on you and the damage that it may have had to your growth. I think that you may even realize that it's held the relationship back from being an even adult relationship where it could have gone the full distance. You know, some of you may be married already, but, you know, is it as happy as it was once? Or if you're not not married, is this energy holding you back from that type of commitment that you're seeking? So under the wounded warrior energy, this warrior he's aware that there is battles coming. You've already weathered some battle. He's aware that there is still some of the battle to play out, but he's ready for it. He's still got some energy left in the tank to go through that, and he knows he'll need to have resilience to do that, and he knows it's a test of his faith, but he is ready. And what I love then for you here, Libra, is that you have that star energy here. So that star energy is here to protect you as you go through that phase of battle, as the situation comes to a head. You might not be releasing the situation completely, but you may be putting your foot down and rising up and not willing to be a part of any type of codependency or manipulation any longer. And the star energy is a protecting force. It tells you that the worst is over, and it's here to guide you as you move through that. It talks about coming back into a place of emotional balance, about being able to be in the emotional waters, but also stay grounded in that, and also stay grounded enough to go about your practical life, your job, the realm of the home, look after that, because you sort of are in that space of energetic balance. 7 white stars here are said to indicate the chakras in the body, so it talks about healing on an energetic level, coming into a place of balance, and it also tells you to restore your trust and faith in life and realize that everything happens for a reason. Even situations like this, they are there to teach you something, to develop and evolve your soul. When it turns into a full sort of devil energy ongoing, it's because we stay in it too long, right? So we need to break away from these situations when the time is right, when the battle is ready to be fought. Coming in towards the end of the week, there's nothing else behind here, I thought there was, we have the Death card, which is absolutely fitting. So this is when the energy is there towards the end of the week, Libra, for you to let go of this situation, or to let go of the situation in its current form, to have the energetic place there to change the situation, to rise up, to put your foot down, to say, I'm not going to be part of that anymore. If we're going to stay in this situation, this relationship, it needs to change. It needs to completely change its format, because the old style, the old way, it really needs to die, it needs to pass, it needs to let go, so that I can transform alchemically, so I can get that soul ascension, so I can continue to grow. And when death comes in, the message is to surrender to it, right? We've got to look it in the eye like the child does. We can't turn away from it, because when we turn away from it, that's when we lose the opportunity for growth, and that's when we can become stuck in toxic energies that don't serve us. So we really need to let things complete. We're ready to go through that next stage of the battle. We're ready for it, even though we might be a little bit battle worn. Through going through that and coming out the other side, releasing those energies that don't serve us, that sun is going to rise into a beautiful golden dawn that is going to illuminate this kind of energy for us, so we can achieve this in the future. So Libra, that's what I have for you. It is time to deal with that toxic situation, to change the state of it, or to let it go. So just keep in mind, Libra, it's a general reading. It won't necessarily resonate with every Libra out there, but I will see you back here for another reading next week.